What is up, everybody?
So weird.
Such a weird beginning, wasn't it? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit excited. We were recording a video for eDublin, which if you don't know, it's a Brazilian YouTube channel that I work for. And we kind of went a little bit over time. So we said, why not just continue the talk? Let's get it out of our systems. So we have got loads of questions from you guys asking about our solo travels, because you probably know we were traveling solo for 3 months and Arwa just came back to Brazil last week. So I put the word out on Instagram, asked you guys if you had any questions, and you did. Oh yeah. I got 2 people asking about this. So Rafael Flores and
Renato Meffi.
there we go. Both were asking about how do you make friends. So first of all, I say, what is the best way to make friends? I love solo traveling, but most of the time I don't talk to a lot of people. And the other question is, how do you manage to meet new people while traveling alone, especially if you don't want to stay in hostels?
Oh, then you don't. Forget about it. Next question.
Fair.
So hard, guys. Stay in hostels, for Christ's sake. Hostels now are cool, and they have double beds, they have single beds, they have like any kind of beds, they have double bunk beds, they have any kind of bed.
I do agree. Before I came to Brazil, I didn't like hostels. I think I probably stayed in hostels like once or twice in my life before, and I didn't like it. Turns out I wasn't going to the right hostels.
Hostels are amazing.
Hostels are amazing. You really need to be like to open yourself up to going to them.
But you can go and stay in a hostel in a single bed.
You can, yeah. You can like
stay like hotel.
There's some hostels with
standard.
private rooms.
A lot of hostels with private rooms.
Exactly. I know you're saying that you don't like going to hostels, but I would highly recommend it because most of the friends that I made on my trip were all from the hostel that I was staying in. I would have been incredibly lonely if I always stayed in hotels, or I couldn't afford to stay in hotels, or even Airbnbs. I would have been really lonely.
Yeah.
And I know that for a fact.
Yeah, for sure.
The other way that I made friends was in Rio. I went to a school to study Portuguese. Now, obviously you don't need to do that, but you could go to classes. You could go to like there's a great app called Meetup, where you can meet up with people who like certain things. Maybe people who like photography, people who like cooking, people who like coffee. Could be anything. But there are, you know, hostels aren't the only way to meet up with people.
Sure,
you know, like you can,
obviously I'm joking, but like you can always talk to random people as well.
Yeah,
and you always,
they're brilliant.
And you always like see solo travelers because they look like solo travelers and they're alone in the coffee shop or stuff like that. So just go and chat with them.
I think the really interesting thing when a lot of people ask that, how do you make new friends? And I would have been like this in the past. I was afraid to make new friends, so therefore I wouldn't make new friends. You know what I mean? I would be waiting for them to come to me. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you want to make new friends, you need to be open to doing it, and you need to be open to being the person who walks over and says hello.
But it's easy. Like
it's very easy.
It's easy. I think you should do that every day. Go to a stranger and say like, "Can I sit with you?"
Like, Arwa has these stories from his travels. He's just like, oh yeah, like, you know, my really good friend, the old woman down the road who owns that shop, she invited me for dinner. And I was just like, how did you get yourself into that situation? He's just like, oh, I just went there, I was chatting to her for like 2 hours. Like, we are very different people, but he has this crazy ability to just talk to anybody.
To me, it's like, I see someone, local for example, and I see the person is like hand making this like amazing like wood jewelry, sculpture, and I am genuinely curious about where that person gets the wood from, how much that person pays for that wood, how much they have to travel to get that wood. So this is from me. So I don't go just, oh, I need a friend, I'm gonna talk to that person. I am genuinely curious about what they do. So I go and ask them because I'm curious. But they spend like weeks without no one going there and asking them that.
So they appreciate it as well.
They like it and they love it because oh no, you need to go all the way there, and it's
they're
really,
telling you their story.
Yeah, and most time they go like, and it's really hard to carry, so I go like, can I help you? And then we go together and we carry the thing together. You know what I mean? So like,
that's exactly it. If you're really open to it, you need to just say yes more often. You need to listen to people's stories. Like you're saying, you ask questions to people, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and back to the basics.
People want to talk about themselves as well.
And back to the basics.
Exactly. So that is how we make friends while we're traveling.
Yeah.
It's not so hard. C. Cately?
C-K 8 Ley.
But she
This
asked,
person.
she asked, what do you find the best and the worst parts about solo travel? Good
You start.
question. The best, the best parts about solo travel for me, number one has got to be the independence of it.
Yeah.
This was my first big solo trip, but I had been on 2 other solo trips before. The first one was just a weekend away in Edinburgh. The second one was a 4 or 5 days in New York. I think it was 4 or 5 days. I
True.
can't tell you how amazing those trips were for me, because when you're traveling solo, you don't need to worry about anybody else. It's all about you, baby. You can do whatever you want, go wherever you want, spend as much time as you want, because nobody is waiting for you.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I really, really love. And as well, on the whole independence thing, it helps you to grow as an independent person, because sometimes I think we become attached to our partners or our parents or our friends or whatever. We kind of forget what it's like to be alone. You know what I mean? We forget what it's like to have our own thoughts and to, you know, be our own people. And I think it's nice to spend some time just with yourself.
I agree with everything that he said. Like, it does give you freedom to do the things you want to do, and it also sucks because you miss someone so much, and you miss the routine, and you miss the things that you do like every day.
You're sacrificing so much, you know what I mean? Like you're sacrificing your home, you're sacrificing your family, you're sacrificing your things, you know, like we become so attached to the things in our life, you know, and if you want to travel you have to.
Can I ask you a question?
Give it up, yeah.
How do you find having your life inside the backpack?
I find it both really good and really bad, depending on the day. Because I find
if you want that thing.
I find it, yeah, exactly. I find it really bad, or I find it really good because it's very freeing. You know that you're traveling around the world and all you own, all of your belongings are on your back. Pretty incredible, like, you know what I mean? You're not attached to so many things, you know?
Yeah.
Everything you have is right there and that's it. So that for me is really, really nice.
Because worse for girls.
It's definitely worse for girls. But the thing I don't like about it is sometimes there's things in life that we want or sometimes we need.
Like what?
Oh, like sometimes it's stupid stuff. Like I don't have a hairdryer.
No, but it means something to you.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's other things, like sometimes when I'm not feeling very good, or I might be feeling a bit low or feeling a bit sick. Hello from the future. While I was editing this video, I realized that the video actually cut out. What I was trying to say here was, sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit low or a little bit homesick, I just wish that I could wrap myself up in a jumper. And I didn't bring a jumper with me while I was traveling solo. Now we'll get back to the video. You'll understand why I cut this. I finally got my hoodie! Obrigada, meu amor. I think it's just record the rest of the video like this. But it's funny, like, it is little weird things that you can't even imagine missing, but then when you don't feel right, you just wish you had them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I love and I hate living out of a backpack. We've got a question here from Beatrice and she says, what makes you feel like everything was worth it?
What makes you think that everything was worth it?
This moment right now. No, I think there's so many things that make me feel like everything was worth it, you know. There was a lot of hard moments in the past few months. When you get true hard moments, that's when I realize it was all worth it.
Yeah.
Because even though it was difficult, it really benefited me as a person. When do you think it's worth it?
The whole way through. Like, I know the bad moments are gonna come, and I know they're gonna go. And I know the good moments are gonna come, and I know they're gonna go too. So I think all the journey, it was worth it, like at the moment. If there's not something for me that was just like, oh, this makes it worth it. It was just the whole thing. When I was feeling sad, that was worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know it's gonna come and go. So I think, I don't know, just everything.
Yeah.
Every day.
Hey Jess, my question is, what's the biggest clash of culture you guys faced during this time?
That's a really good one.
That is from Ozzy Leandro.
The biggest clash of culture was like, India was like when I arrived, and there was cows, monkeys, thousands of dogs, thousands of cats, people eating on the streets, 2,000 people waiting outside, sitting like on the streets outside of the temple to get free food from the temple because they didn't have what to eat. That was big cultural clash.
Yeah.
And another one was the Himalaya, where I slept in like a 22 people village that is covered in snow for 5 months, so they need to work their ass off for the entire like summer for 6 months. They work to survive the winter. When you see stuff like that and you see that they're still doing like with a big smile on their face, yeah, maybe in that moments like that, it's when you say like, yeah, that's worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's big culture clash for me.
I don't think my cultural clash was as big as yours. One of the main differences for me is that we're now in December here and it's muito quente. Which means it's very freaking hot. Like it is freakishly hot. And for me, like, it really messed with my mind. Christmas is in like a week and it's snowing in Ireland. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's that for me was really weird.
That? They missed the cold a little.
I do miss the cold. I know if I was in Ireland I'd be like, oh, get me out of the cold.
But you miss
the
the coziness, don't you?
Yeah, I really miss the cozy.
Look at her, it's 30 degrees.
I'm roasting, but I want this around me. Like. But in terms of the clash between Brazil and like Asia,
yeah,
the biggest clash for me was the time difference.
Mm.
That was a nightmare.
Was
the time difference is like 9 or 10 hours.
It can't get any worse. But I need to wake up like...
Yeah, and you need to
6:30.
wake up at like 6:30. I need to go to sleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
And then sometimes I was in the jungle, so I had to walk for 35 minutes to find internet, and then open my laptop in a bar that is closed, but the internet
hope to God that I'm online.
And hope to God that the generator didn't come off.
There was so many things that got in the way. Oh God, that was such a disaster.
Well, we're back together.
Thank God. Thank God.
With no time difference.
There's a really good question here from
Tayara.
And she says, what did it feel like to be a female solo traveler in Brazil? This is a really good question.
That's a really good question.
I think it deserves its own video.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's something I could talk about for a really long time.
That's very true.
Thank you very much for your question. I'm going to make a dedicated video.
Tayara.
She also asked, what is your luggage like?
You have a small luggage.
No, I do now.
You're working on that.
This is the last thing I'm going to say in this video. I came over here. Can you pass it?
Is that one?
Yes.
What?
I came over to Brazil with a big suitcase, like a big suitcase, and it was full to the brim. And I thought, this has, like, how could I have any less than this? You know what I mean?
Proper backpacker style, guys.
This is backpacker style right here.
Oh, sorry.
You can't even see the whole
anything.
thing. I remember the day that I was leaving my house, and my mom and my friend Claire, they were both laughing at me going, oh my God, Tess, like, really, like, you're going travelling with that? I'm kind of going, but yeah, like, look, I took everything out of the bag. I went through each item one by one to show them exactly what I was packing. And at the end of it, they were like, oh yeah, actually, that's actually not a lot.
Plus, what we do, we need to have our laptops on us.
Yeah.
You have two cameras. You have
wires,
lenses,
hard drives,
like
everything.
Yeah.
But just during the first 3 months in Brazil, I realized that I still hadn't worn half the stuff of my suitcase.
Aha.
I downgraded to a carry-on size luggage, and I'm hoping
carry-on size.
It is carry-on, yeah.
Not around there.
It is, and I'm hoping actually to even downgrade a little bit more again and just go with a backpack.
Oh my God.
Boom! That's the plan. That is what my luggage is like. I am just slowly but surely bringing it down. Guys, we have been talking for far too long in this video, but I really hope you enjoyed it. It was nice just to have a chat.
Yeah, it was amazing.
We will see you again very soon. I will leave a link down below to this guy's channel.
Now it's our channel.
There's been a couple of changes.
Yeah.
And it's going to be amazing. If you don't speak Portuguese, come and just have a look at all the pretty visuals that we do. But if you speak Portuguese, definitely head over to Arwa's channel. Our channel.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be working together now to make some kick-ass videos.
It's going to be awesome.
Woohoo!
Thank you
Woohoo!
for inviting me.
No problem, anytime.
Now it's lunchtime.
Let's go eat.
Because it's 2 o'clock.
We've literally been talking for like an hour. Let's go. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. We did the hand thing at the same time. That was so cute. Oh my god, so cute. Oh my god.
I worry about you.
Me too.